Welcome to A Little Facebook Dilemma, a case study by Joshua Jackson. What I know. One, the school is in a very affluent neighborhood. The principal has been there for some time. He is very proud of his school. Now, after hiring a new teacher, emphasis on new, she has large amounts of academic knowledge, but no experience in the classroom prior to this employment. There are documented issues with the teacher and student relations. The students are getting stressed because of the high expectations and rigor of the class. There are also questions about her teaching methods. This leads to documented issues with the parent-teacher relations. The parents are concerned about the students' grades. This then leads to a derogatory Facebook page published by a non-disclosed individual that makes personal life suggestions and derogatory statements about the teacher, Mrs. Tate. The teacher, once she is aware of this page, becomes intimidated especially by the last statement on the page, which is, "Who wants Miss Tate to disappear?" What I need to know. 1. Why are parents contacting the principal and not the teacher with concerns about the classes? 2, there seems to be little effective communication between faculty and parents, as there have been multiple complaints about the teacher from parents. The parents are concerned about students getting first low grade in high school. But I need to know, have any low grades been given? Have the students and teachers sat down to discuss these issues in class? These issues that are coming up because of class? Have parents conferred with the teacher to discuss issues with this class? I saw no evidence of this. Furthermore, what options are available to the teachers to improve their professional practice? Miss Tate is a beginning teacher who has a great deal of academic knowledge, but little to no actual classroom experience. So, is there a mentoring program? Is there a teacher support network? How much professional development is spent on effective teaching strategies? The principal did discuss student stress and positive relations with the teacher, but there was no training that was discussed. There were no methods that were discussed, and it seemed to show absolutely no results. Additionally, the students are stressed, obviously. Some stress is natural considering the subjects chosen, such as zoology, botany, genetics. These are incredibly tough science classes. Are there student support networks available, such as peer tutoring, study groups, advisor meetings? Do these students get to meet with a teacher to discuss these issues? Are there student-teacher meetings where the student can actually meet with the teacher one-on-one to discuss issues they are having in class, concerns, so forth? I saw very little evidence of that. In fact, I didn't see any evidence at all. And what are policies for the complaints? Parents are writing and calling with concerns about class and the teacher's instruction. Is there a procedure for dealing with these parent complaints? What is the procedure for dealing with the student complaints? Obviously, the students are complaining, otherwise we wouldn't have that information. But what is the procedure? Where is the information? Are records of complaints maintained for reference? That would be very helpful in this case. Are there groups for discussing and analyzing this information in hopes of finding a solution? Is there faculty collaboration to help digest all this information to come to a conclusion? And does the principal and the teacher know what they are dealing with? The teacher calls the principal and asks if she should call the police. The principal treats the situation as a prank. Is this a situation of harassment? It kind of looked like it. And if they are making these slanderous remarks in public, that does fit the definition for harassment. So, are the students or parents harassing the teacher? It kind of looks like there is evidence to that effect. This leads me to the conclusion that the problem is that the principal has not effectively created and maintained a school climate or culture for learning and excellence. Obviously, these students feel that it is completely appropriate to create these websites on Facebook and start venting their issues there, or the parents feel that way. We have no proof one way or the other, but the issue remains that the Facebook page does exist. So the plan of action. A non-disclosed person has shared a libelous Facebook page with a teacher that is about that teacher. So what do? 1, we file a complaint about the Facebook page with the local law enforcement. Since this is a harassment issue, that makes it a criminal issue. It needs to be reported to the authorities. It also needs to be reported to the superintendent ASAP so that board policies and so forth can be followed. 2, we need to discuss the issue of harassment with staff, students, and the community. Inform all involved that harassment is illegal. Student meetings, staff meetings, parent meetings to discuss this issue. Plan and present this information at an assembly, which is open to the public. Bring in experts to talk about harassment and conflict resolution. Furthermore, educate the faculty on how to reduce student stress. Bring in outside experts on student stress and ways to relieve it. Collaborate to create a unified approach to reduce stress and increase positive relations. Create a system for students to voice their concerns collaboratively. Create this system with staff input and publish the finished system and make sure all staff and students understand how to use it. And finally, create a collaborative mentor team teaching system to help educators improve their teaching skills. Pair experienced teachers with beginners. Department collaborations to discuss and resolve issues, and peer reviews to build skills and reinforce what has been learned about teaching strategies, so that our beginning teacher can learn more about how to teach as well as her subject. Will this resolve the issues? Promoting the academic success and well-being of every student by A, giving students a positive way to express issues that are causing them stress. The students are stressed by high expectations and rigor. B, increasing faculty teaching skills, which makes subjects more accessible and increases positive student interactions. C, increasing community involvement and understanding, getting parents and teachers together to increase the community understanding of the education issues. D, increase faculty collaboration. This increases the faculty knowledge and builds greater skill and understanding. When thinking about this assignment, why did the situation occur? What led up to it? A, were parents communicating with the teacher or just the principal? It looked like they were just communicating with the principal. Were students voicing their issues to the teacher? Again, I didn't see any evidence of them doing so. What were the grades that were being earned? I saw no evidence that anyone was failing or that the grades were anything under what was expected, potentially. What was the expectation that the district had for those classes? Were they college entrance classes, college credit courses? Why was there no training provided for beginning teachers? This was a big question to me. Was there any support structure available for students and teachers when they were struggling? Again, I didn't see evidence of either of those. My feeling was, 1, I felt that there were inadequate opportunities for staff and students to voice opinions and relieve stress in positive ways. 2, I felt that there were inadequate options for parents to be able to meet and confer with teachers about students' progress and expectations that were put on students. 3, I felt that there was inadequate education on proper online behavior and ethics. Otherwise, they would not have created the darn Facebook page in the first place. Values. 1, a safe and secure environment. Staff and students have the right not to be afraid in school. Students and staff should be professional and appropriate online and in school. 2, students are innocent until proven guilty. You should never ask if there were any students who the teacher might think did this. No student should be targeted. All students should be questioned. Treat this as a bullying issue and do not interview them as a group, but individually. 3, discuss with and make the community aware of the situation. Don't release names or information about students or staff, but simply make people aware that there is an issue and ask for information. Keep the focus general until you have actual evidence to prove someone's involvement. The education leader at the building level applied knowledge that promoted the success of every student by acting with integrity. You're honest with the students, staff, and community about the situation. Talked about the issues, which were harassment, student stress, and grades. Dealt with the immediate situation legally. Reported the issue of liable to the authorities, the superintendent, the police, so forth, and adhered to laws and policies when dealing with the situation. Look to adjust the system to prevent additional issues. The education leader at the building level applied knowledge that promoted the success of every student by acting with fairness. No students were personally investigated without proof. Facebook page was liable but couldn't be attributed to any one person specifically. Students and staff have rights, and you adhere to making for sure that none of those rights get violated. The education leader at the building level applied knowledge that promoted the success of every student by acting in an ethical manner, by reporting the issue to the proper authorities, by not targeting individual students without proof of wrongdoing, by dealing with the causes of the problem, not the effect. Thank you for your time.